What's up, everybody? Can everybody hear me fine? Let me know when people get on board. Yes, I came on a couple of minutes early. Let me know when some people start watching. Ooh, I just got the update that I'm going live. So anyway, let me go on and get some of these sponsors up out of here. I want to get them their due going. What's up, Uncle Bruno? So tonight's show is brought to you by Urban Rides Magazine. Urban Rides Magazine, established in 2019. That makes that little thing 4 years old. Urban Rides Magazine produces some of the most awesome magazines out there, internet content. They go to all the shows. They got some of the coolest bikes in their magazines. You can go to urbanridesmagazine.com, Urban Rides Magazine on Facebook, get you an online subscription, or you can get a print subscription. I'm not reading any comments right now because I'm going to go crazy. But anyway, when you go get your subscription, let Daniel Roby and the guys know you saw this right here on the grind. Next up is our good friends over at North DFW Trailers. You see me sharing this stuff all the time. They make great videos, great content, and everything. Plus, these guys are really, really kick-ass at what they do. North DFW Trailers rents them, repairs them, outfits them, does everything you could think of, and they sell new trailers also. You can reach out to them at North DFW Trailers on Facebook, or you can call them at 214-205-6787. Be sure to tell them Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up, our good friends over at Hopkins Design, hopkins-design.com. They do web, print, branding, video, hosting, drone footage. They do documentaries. They do everything you could possibly want done when it comes to social media, webs, branding, logos, advertising. Those are your guys to go to, Mr. Earl Hopkins at hopkins-design.com. Be sure to tell him Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up, our good friends over at J&D Custom Polishing and Plating. Man, there's so much I could say about him, but I got to keep it short. Very, very talented, very good company, do great chrome plating, polishing. If you're in the motorcycles and the motorcycle industry at all, you already know who Gary is. But if you don't and you're just watching the show, you need something polished, you need something plated, you need something chromed, you've got to send it to Gary at J&D Custom Polishing and Plating. You can find him right here on Facebook at Gary Dubois, or you can get him at J&D Custom Polishing and Plating on Facebook. Next up is our good friends over at Print Signs and Designs, the guys that did all the posters and the t-shirts for the grind. Aaron and the guys over do the printing, apparel, signs, promotional items, vehicle graphics. They do everything. I don't think there's anything they don't do. Anyway, if you need any promotional items, you need to get with them and let them know Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up, our good friends over at Indiana and Northern Illinois Thunder Roads Magazine, another industry magazine that's awesome. You got to get you some. You can reach out to Selena Vargas, or you can reach out to Marsha Fitzpatrick. You can reach out to just about anybody and get these. Indiana and Northern Illinois Thunder Roads Magazine, a killer magazine. And if you do get them, let them know Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up is our good friends over at hellsspeedshop.com. Some of the most badass flannel t-shirts, hats, apparel. They've got everything at hellsspeedshop.com. I've got, 5 or 6 of their shirts, and I freaking love them. I absolutely love them. Go check them out. When you do, be sure to tell them Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up is our good friends Rich Cozy at stellarcustoms.com. You can get them at Stellar Customs on Facebook, whatever. They have some of the most awesome real carbon fiber windshields, and I've heard they were making other accessories for the Harleys and stuff like that also. So you need to check them out at stellarcustoms.com, Stellar Customs on Facebook, and let them know that Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up is me, American Drag Seats, AmericanDragSeats.com. I make some of the best motorcycle seats, from the pan up, modifications, leather tooling, all kinds of stitching. Custom motorcycle seats is what I do. I also do custom metal fabrication. I also do, I've got the CNC plasma table now, so I can make custom wall art. I can make just about damn near anything you want. So reach us at AmericanDragSeats.com or on Facebook at American Drag Seats /Attitude Inc. on Facebook, and let me know I sent you. Next up is Legacy Bike Works right here in Manville, Texas. That's Devin Sockwell. Legacy Bike Works, full custom builds, audio upgrades, you name it, bobbers, choppers, baggers, it doesn't matter. Bring us your bike. We can upgrade it. We can make it better. We do stereo systems, anything you could possibly want, from full builds to minor modifications. Legacy Bike Works on Facebook. Reach out to us. Let us know what you got. So what is happening, everybody? Let me go on and say hello to everybody up in the house right now. Uncle Bruno, what's up? Pat Price is in the house. Smooth Dan Juban in the house. Mr. Peter Orlando, good having you. What's up, Mr. Jeremy Goheen? Mr. Alex Toth is in the house. What's up, Logan Black? Mr. James Watson. What's up, Mr. Rush Bikes? I think you're supposed to be sending me some gas tanks, my friend. Get with me. Plus, we might need some paint work soon, so please call me tomorrow, sir. Thank you. What's up, Marsha Fitzpatrick? Robert, I don't know how to say his name. Robert Fos is in the house. Tim Skates, what's up, my brother? Matthew Spurgeon, the guy from Hale Speed Shop. Y'all got to reach out to Matthew. Great guy. Who else we got up in here tonight? Who else we got in here? Jeremy Wade's in the house. What's up, buddy? Mr. Pedro the Engraver's in the house. There you go. All right. So what's up, people? So let me start the night off with, let's thank God we all made it through 2022. There are some of us that did not make it through 2022. God bless them. But we all survived 2022. Here we are in 2023. We're going to run this bitch over. We got to make this a kick-ass year. I know it's going to be a kick-ass year for me because I am becoming a grandfather. All of you guys that have known me for any length of time, y'all know I've wanted to be a grandfather for the last 5 years. Well, my son and his beautiful girlfriend, Ashley Clancy, have done it. They are making me a grandfather. I'm so happy. You cannot see how happy I am. I'm just elated. I'm so happy. Amen, Jeremy Wade. Rest in peace, Ken Block, the man, the myth, the legend. Jeez. But anyway, so tonight's show, man, I want to talk about some stuff. I wish I had people to interview. I know Mr. Matthew is supposed to be getting me a really cool interview coming up. What's up, Mr. Bob Bentley at bagliners.com? But I am going to start really pushing for more interviews because I've got at least 3 killer interviews that I need to get done. I need to make time to make them happen and everything. Peter, congratulations to you and the family. I appreciate that, Mr. Orlando. Thank you. But anyway, so there was a post made the other day, and it was somebody asking for a stereo shop in Houston. Now, I can list off, let me think real quick in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can list 5 shops that do stereo systems in Houston. Now, 6 if you count us. Now, I have said, and I've repeatedly said it over and over and again, that I don't do stereos. I don't know anything about them. Well, that's basically a lie because I used to own a stereo shop back in the early 2000s. I know what amps are. I know what sub boxes are. I know what porting and sealing, and I know all that stuff. It's not my forte. I'm not the guy that's the professional like Mr. Scott Owens is, but I am a guy that's very familiar with it. Now, with that being said, we also have other friends in the industry that have taken us under their wing. And when I say us, I mean me and Devin, taking us under their wing and really spent some time with us and trying to get us up to speed with some things. And everybody says the same thing. It just takes time. You know, you have to do things. You got to experiment. You got to spend time tuning, and you got, you know, just things like that. You just got to pay your dues, basically. Somebody made a post, and I threw up the name Legacy Bike Works because I know what we're capable of at this point. And somebody laughed at it. And I talked to the person. And after I talked to them, the reason they were laughing at us is because they had an issue. And I'm not going to go into great details, but they had an issue. Well, the issue was stomped. I told them, don't take it down, because I don't want them to take it down. You know, that's how he felt at the time. That's cool. All I simply told him is all you got to do is sit back and watch, baby. There is nothing that I do for a living that someone sat down and educated me or I went to college for. I have learned everything the hard way, and you know, I'm still here kicking. Just like stereo systems, we're going to learn it and we're going to get good at it and we're going to do the best we can, and we're never going to talk crap about the other shops, not because they may not deserve to be talked crap about, but what's the point? There's no real benefit to me, you know, saying, oh, those guys suck, those guys suck. There's no benefit to that. I mean, you know, all we can do is the best we can do with what we got, and just let the workmanship speak for itself. Next thing I want to talk about is, do you guys feel like choppers are making a comeback? Me personally, y'all know I have the Rockstar, and I already have 2 more choppers in my shop right now. And every time I talk to these guys with these baggers, every single one of them is like, man, dude, I want a chopper. I want a chopper. You guys think this stuff is coming back? Audio industry is rough. Just do you, Kevin. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more, James. Over the last 5 years of doing this show, I've seen it. It's happened. And, you know, the funny thing to me is I can list off about 10 shops over the last 5 years that I've had some kind of dealings with, whether I was doing seats for them or whether they were on the show or whether they watched the show. But I can name 5 or 10 shops that aren't even in business anymore. And if they are in business, they're no longer relevant because they're not out there anymore. And it's not like I wanted anybody to go out of business or I want anything like that, but it's the shops that were talking the most shit. And that's the amazing thing to me is guys that sit back and do work and don't talk shit, guys that sit back and let their work prove it a day in and day out every day, it seems like those shops are lasting. The guys that don't corner themselves into a corner and do just one style of bike, seems like those guys are lasting. When you put yourself into a corner and you only do one style of bike, you're basically saying, well, this is all I know how to do. You know, I heard somebody tell me one time, and I won't tell you their name because the moment I say their name, it'll just bring up a shit storm of people commenting and everything like that. But I had a guy tell me one time, why would I ever want to build anything other than what's popular? And I told him, I said, because it's not always going to be popular. And he told me, baggers will never not be popular. And I was like, well, you're probably right, because baggers have been around for a very, very long time. But to the degree and the level that these baggers are at today, do you really think? Now, this is a question I'm asking. This is not a statement I'm making. This is a question I'm asking. Do you really think these audio competitions are going to last forever, indefinitely? Because me personally, I don't think they will. I don't think they will last forever. And the only reason I say that is not because I don't want them to. I support the shows. I love the shows. I think they're awesome, especially when you get guys competing in something like a stereo competition. But the funny thing is I don't think stereo competitions are going to last forever. There might be a stereo show here or there that happens, but it won't be as big as it is today. Now, I'm asking, do you think I'm right or do you think I'm wrong? If you think these trends and these things last forever, let me give you a little bit of history. Amen, Logan. I could not agree anymore. I'll give you a little piece of history. So if you guys that are actually into the motorcycles and the histories of motorcycles, you obviously know that Harley Davidson and Indian used to compete in motorcycle races. They started out on dirt. They weren't, big fancy, concrete places. They were on dirt, on back roads. Sometimes they were on the sand. Now, the reason that they held these races is because spectators would come see the bikes, and typically the winner of the race would sell bikes. But the other side of that coin is not just selling the bikes. They would open up dealerships. So if a guy was winning race after race after race on a Harley, typically Harley would set him up with a dealership so that he could sell, because he had a following of people that wanted to see him race. Indian did the same thing. Now, those races eventually went away. People got tired of going to the races and started building bikes and making custom choppers after 1943, 1944 era. You had the guys coming back from war and things of that nature. They started chopping them up, which is where the word chopper came from. It was guys taking stock bikes and cutting things off of them to make them faster, to make them cooler, to make them theirs, unique. Then you fast forward to the 60s. In the 60s, then you started having people manufacture parts for these custom bikes so that these guys could actually buy the parts and take it to the next level. But the piece of that pie is the racing that was so popular and made Harley and Indian a household name, that portion went away. The bikes didn't, but that portion of it did, which is why I'm saying, you're not seeing, I don't think that the stereo systems only are going to stay forever. I think people are going to dial it back and they're going to want to do things. The other reason I say that is because if you just look over the last 2 or 3 years, they've started going to performance baggers. They're not putting the long stretched ass ends on them. They're not doing the massive stereo systems. Now they're building high horsepower motors, doing the turbos. And yes, the turbos have been around for a long time, but I'm saying performance baggers. Now, all of a sudden, you've got performance bagger races. So what I was saying is the stereo competition parts, you're going to start having less and less and less attendees. And once you get to a certain level of attendees, it's not going to be lucrative or worth your time to set up the shows anymore. So now you're going to have to go to a different format. Well, that's what I was saying. The bikes themselves are never going to go out of style. They're just going to have different fads for the bikes. Just like, in the 70s, Sportsters were so popular with cutting them up, raking them out, and making choppers out of them, which gave birth to so many choppers. And the year isn't the part. They've been chopping them up, like I told you, since the 40s. That's where choppers came from. But they became really popular in the 60s and then in the 70s. Now, all of a sudden, what happened in the 80s? Bikes took a nosedive, okay? I don't know why they took a nosedive. I'm not a historian, but I just know in the 80s, I didn't even know what a motorcycle was. I didn't find out what a motorcycle was until like 83. Which I take that back. My dad actually built motorcycles in the 60s and 70s, but motorcycles were not a part of my life until the 80s when my stepfather, which was a motorcycle enthusiast, a biker, whatever you want to call him, long hair, mustache, chopper, the whole 9 yards. When I saw Easy Rider for the first time, holy moly, Easy Rider for a prepubescent teen. Oh, that was the best book in the entire world. Let's face it, boobies came in the magazine. But that's when I got introduced to the custom bike world. Well, in the 90s, I didn't hear anything about custom bikes. I heard about crotch rockets. My whole point is that everything has cycles and everything comes and everything goes. My question is do you think all the stereo competitions, these big, huge stereo bikes, do you think that portion's going to last? I don't think it's going to last but a couple more years. I don't like that because I love building over the top stuff. And, like I said, here at Legacy Bike Works, me and my son, I want to build some crazy shit just like everybody else has. I want to show that we've got creativity at least. You know what I'm saying? check out your notifications. That's the first time I've ever gotten that. Check out your notifications. I don't want to see my notifications. But my whole point is that that's why I told that bagger guy, and I literally told him 6 months before he went out of business. I said, quit spending your money on baggers. You spend some money on a custom bike like a chopper or a bobber or something else. Build that just to show the public what you can build. And I was told I didn't know what I was talking about. And well, they went out of business. You know, I'm not going to say their name, but they went out of business. I don't think they went out of business because they didn't do what I said. I think it was just time they went out of business. But my whole point to everybody is that I think if you're going to be in the custom world, which let's face it, baggers, bobbers, choppers, metrics, you know, America, it doesn't matter. You're going to have to diversify with your skills so that you're able to sustain change. And that's what it's all about. You got to sustain the change. I don't want to be an oil change shop, but every shop I talk to that actually makes a good living with their shops, they offer oil changes and tires and batteries and services along with the custom stuff that they're doing. Anyway, it is what it is. 15 a share, minimum buy-in is $1,000. History always repeats itself. In 2003, economics outlook is not good and discretionary spending will shrink. Lots of layoffs this week alone in tech, all of which will affect builds. Yes, I agree, Bob Bentley. I also really like the Dirty Tails. Dirty Tails are very cool. He said, I wish those big wheels would go away. Hey, I'm here. That's right, John Lynch. Well, so it's funny you say that, but big wheels were not a thing in 2013. I think the 26 was the monster in 2013. So it's taken, you know, I don't want to say 8 years to get to this point, but it took at least 5 years to get to the point you got to the 30s and the 32s and for Jesus Christ, 34s. I think you're pretty much, I think the 34-inch rim and the 360 millimeter rear tire are your upper limits. I think that's it. I think from now it's going to start going back down and going to the fat tires. Like they did the Fat 21, then they did the Fat 23s, and now I hear that there's a Fat 26 coming out. I think the Fat 26 is going to be the mark. I think that's where the fat tires are going to stop. I think the 34s is where the big wheels are going to stop, and I know for a fact the 360s is where it stopped at for choppers. But I do think this. I do think it's coming to a point where somebody somewhere, if I'm not mistaken, I saw online, somebody built a replica Schwinn with the gear shifter, if you guys know that, had the big slick rear tire on it, and then it had the little 12-inch front wheel on it, but it was the chopper of what they're doing. And I foresee some motorcycles being built like that. James Watson says there is a 36-inch being cut right now. Are you kidding me? A 36-inch wheel with a 16-inch rear wheel. Oh my God. I don't even know if I want to see that. I really don't. I don't think you can build a bike. I don't think you can build a bagger. I don't think you can build a bike on any format and make a 36-inch front wheel flow correctly. And I said that right there. Fat front is in. Kenny Odom, I couldn't agree with you more, sir. Got to do it all if you want to stay afloat. That is very true. You have to diversify with what you do. You can't be a one-trick pony. One-trick ponies only last while that trick is important. Kevin Barrett, I do. That's cool. What did you say? Too big, left mass off, tire over $1,000. Yeah, Rush Bikes, 36-inch. Like, whoa. Orange Crush by Schwinn. John Lynch, you're speaking age right now, brother. That is a very true statement. Orange Crush by Schwinn. I don't remember the Orange Crush part, but the Schwinn part I do. Well, my whole point is Jesse Rook took that. He took the bicycle theme and ran with it, and he made a killer living doing it. Hey, guys, on another note, since we're about 25 minutes into the show, has anybody, because you guys know my phone got beat up with this shit. As soon as it got posted, everybody was texting me. I own a 30 and can tell you it's dumb. Anything bigger than a 30 is gayer than AIDS. Holy shit, Logan Black. So, did you guys happen to see? I want to say it was last March. I could be wrong. It could have been May. Last year sometime. Let's just say that to be safe. Last year sometime, TD Ward with Rods and Rides announced that he was closing his shop down. I messaged him and wished him well and everything of that nature. Thank you, Mr. Joe Hill, Billy Faust. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to be a grandpa. But just a couple of days ago, it was released that Rods and Rides has been sold to somebody in Texas and will be opening up in Texas. Whoever's opening this company, I wish them all the success in the world. Maybe we can get them on the show and get an interview out of those guys once it happens. TD Ward, not so much. Unless TD Ward wants to come on, and I'd be happy to interview his ass again. It doesn't matter to me. But I'm trying to figure out, and this is not a stab at him. This is not putting him down. But I'm trying to figure out, how do you sell a custom company if everything you made was custom? He said, I heard Kevin bought it fucking for $7,500. I would have paid $7,500 for Rods and Rides. It was a cool logo. I'd have done that. All his jigs and everything where it's mass produced bikes, I would have done that. Those are good looking bikes. I'll never take it away. Midwest catalog built bikes still. That's kind of my whole point, was that after supporting him for so long, and you guys know we had a falling out, and I'm not putting the guy down, but I'm starting to see a little more clearly. They're going to be the same bikes, which leads me to believe there had to be a jig for every single bike built so that it was easily reproducible. Because I could tell you guys right now, if I gave somebody all the molds to the Twisted King that I built, I gave them all the molds, they still couldn't build the Twisted King. They couldn't do it because there's too much into that bike that's custom. But my point to you guys has anybody heard anything else about this and found out who the guys are that bought it or anything like that? You can't call it custom with stock hardware. I'm just saying, Brian Barber. That's it. I'm going to bed after that comment. Unless he bought equipment or something. Yeah, Midwest catalog built bikes. Please subscribe to the Grind YouTube channel. Yep, see Uncle Bruno's in the house taking care of the backside of this show and making sure it gets out there. Look, guys, we have a YouTube channel. We need to get everybody moved over to YouTube also. It is the Grind Biker Build Off on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell to get the notifications, and leave comments. Louis Bailey bought in. I don't think he bought in. He bought him out. Where the hell have you been, Alex J. Bart? We haven't seen you running your mouth on here in a long time, man. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Damn, I kind of missed your smart ass. What the hell? Where you been, man? Leave a comment. Where you been? Shit. But anyway, so two brothers out of Texas. Yes, two brothers out of Texas. I heard it's going to be in Texarkana. Stay woke, Brian Barber. Lucky 7, Texas. Yes. Texarkana. That's what I was going to say. Texarkana. Lucky 7 Custom Cycles, Texarkana. Formerly known as Rods and Rides. I'm just giving Louis shit. Has anybody seen Louis Bailey? Why isn't his ass watching? Where's PJ Orlando? I haven't seen PJ. I know Peter Orlando, Mr. Orlando's watching. But where are those two? They must be busy making that money in Colorado. Squeezing it until the pickle juice comes out. Oh, Jesus Christ. There he is. Alex is back. Alex is back. That's where I've been. Oh, my God. Well, Sunshine, it's good to have you back, man. Show's not the same without you. But anyway, you hear these things, and sometimes I'm afraid to talk on them because I don't want people mistaking what I'm saying or think I'm being a dick. But, 2023 is the year of the asshole, I've heard. I know there's this new phrase out there called fuck around and find out. then I hate that saying. I really do, because I don't know anybody that you fuck with and you find out, oh God, I'm so sorry for fucking with you. I don't know anybody that fucks with anybody on a malicious level. It happens, but I mean, shit. Fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out that I'm a nice guy. It's a good show, and I'm going to be a grandpa. I'm so happy about that. You guys just don't understand. Renting all kinds of trailers now. See, that's the other thing. Did I see that correctly? Did Louis Bailey, or was it PJ, is buying trailers now, and they're going to be renting trailers? Oh my God. I'm trying to figure out what Joe Hillbilly found. What are you saying that for? It was something I said. Oh, now I know. I know. Never mind. You ain't even got to say that, Joe. I know what you're talking about. It was PJ, yes, but I don't know. I mean, who knows, man? They may want to sponsor the show this time. Now they got a business that's not motorcycles. They want to, grow that business in the motorcycle industry. Dumpster rentals. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have heard those things are pretty freaking profitable if you can afford to buy the trailers. He said, I'm always fucking around to find out. I know. That's kind of like saying, hey, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Well, what the hell do I want the cake for if I can't eat it? It's cake. You got to eat the cake. I want my cake and I want to eat it too. That's just like that. Fuck around and find out. Well, how are you going to find out if you don't fuck around? You got to fuck around to find out. You have to do that. So we are. So somebody made a statement the other day about, hey, I think that we need to have all these stereo shops, come out and do competitions with just the stereo shops so we can see their work and see if they're, basically full of shit or not. And I simply said, I'm down, man. I'm down to do that whenever you guys are ready. I will represent Legacy Bike Works with a 6-speaker. I'll do it all day long. I'm extremely proud of that bike. That bike bangs for a 6-speaker. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's not another 6-speaker around that I would be afraid to step into the ring with. It's just not going to happen. I don't care if PJ built it, Louis built it. I don't care if Baby Legs built it. I don't care. I'm going to go in the ring and I'm going to bang it. That's what I'm going to do. James Watts said, I'm down. I didn't buy it. Hell, I couldn't afford to even talk to that pompous asshole. I'm going to assume, did you just call me Grandpa Grind? I'm going to put that on the screen. Grandpa Grind. He said I did. Oh my God. Are you making call outs, Kevin? Jeremy Wade, dude, if I thought I could get you to Texas, I would call you out just to get you to Texas. That's it. I mean, I've already offered you somewhere to stay. I'm sure we can get a GoFundMe account to get the gasoline to get here. But yeah, yes, I'm calling you out, Jeremy Wade. Bring your little 6-speaker and come down here. So I don't know how old Jeremy Wade is, but I've always thought this dude was like in his mid to late 20s. Turns out he's got grandkids too. So I just found that out tonight. So hell yeah, Grandpa. Good stuff. So anyway, he said, I got a few in my camp. Right on. So I wish a lot of you guys were closer, or there was an event somewhere where we could get everybody. He did not just say Grandpa build off 2023. Joe, you're going to have to make it down to Manville, Texas the next time you're in Texas. He said, actually, I have 6 speakers. Okay, good. Bring them. 44 years. God dang. I should have been a grandpa at 44 years of age. That would have made more sense instead of 53. There's got to be, does that mean there's no El Paso bagliner? I don't know what that means. What's up, Mike? Lofquist? I'm so glad I figured that out. I'm so glad I figured that out. Hold on, I got to sneeze. I think. No, I ain't gonna sneeze. Um, oh no, I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Okay, I don't gotta sneeze. Oh my God, my eyes are watering because I have to sneeze. He said, "You was just there at Scotty's shop a month or so ago, and my lady and I stayed with the barbers." Dude, I wasn't at his shop. I know you were down there, but I wasn't. Yes, I know. Make it further south, like 2 more hours further south, and you just saw me. Uh, what's up, buddy? He did not just say Grandpa Caleb. Just saying, if you know, you know. We are gonna have a trike build off now. A tri- a trike build off? Explain that to me. Explain that to me. Y'all see my power supplies hanging from the ceiling? That's because that's where the electrical outlet is in the ceiling. It's crazy. I had it built that way. Um, anyway, my whole point was before I sidetracked my own damn self. Uh, it's wild to me that so many things are coming to Texas, and when you have rods and rides coming to Texas, um, the style of bike, there's not many here. He said, "You're a grandpa. We don't want you falling off." Oh my God. Oh my God. He did not just say that. I agree with you, though. I might have to build one. Hell yeah, I'd do a trike build off. Yeah, you can't do that, though, because you've already started. I'll be bringing the Merc down and we will meet up for sure. I may be Lone Star, Baggers, and lead sleds. I should get a lead sled show going. Bikes and hot rods. Yes, I agree. You should. Oh, we have a winner in the shop. I'll send you a picture tomorrow. Laugh my fucking ass off. Um, so John Lynch cannot be in a trike build off because he's already building one. Uh, yes, sir. My friend, my brother from another mother, Doug Dre. We got to get Dave to show him his trike. Are you talking about Batman? Because if you're talking about Batman, I've already seen Batman. Tim says, "I'm in." Have you built a trike before, Tim? I've seen all the. I've seen. Well, I've seen a couple of the other ones, but I didn't know if you've. Have you built a trike? I did tell you guys that I wanted to do a build off for Sturgis this year, right? And I'm looking for 3 builders. Uh, we could do it the 3-way with trikes. I'm just saying, if you guys are up for trikes, we could do that. But I will tell you this, I'm going to call Eric Contreras too, because Eric Contreras is building some sick ass trikes. No, my buddy Dave Moore, look him up on Facebook. Uh, Dre said the bat bug, the bat bug. Dave Moore. Holy crap. Oh, FYI, everybody, just to let you know, I got a new mic. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, you can't see it really good because the cable's short, but I got a new mic and it changes colors while you're talking. I'm just saying, watch it. It's going to change colors on you. Look at that. It changes colors, all kinds of cool colors. But that way, I know the damn mic's on now. By the way, can everybody hear me clear with this brand new mic? My son bought it for me for Christmas. Rods and Rides location is going to be Wichita Falls, Texas. Trikes, drive your car. Speaking of trikes, Eric Contreras has a killer one on deck. I'd say yes. I'm telling you guys, man, if we can get 3 builders to do trikes, I would do a triple build off with trikes in Sturgis. Run what you brung. A trike has 3 wheels. Crystal clear, Kev. Right on, brother. Better sounds great. Yes, even Mr. Orlando agrees. Build a trike. Oh my God, Dre just said that. He's I won't tell him, but he can read the comments just to let you know. Cable shot, story of my life. Ulysses Contreras. Yeah, I know. I wish Eric and Ulysses and them, I wish all those people would watch my show. I've tried a couple of times, talked to him over the last 3 years about getting him on the show. He keeps saying he wants to do it, but his time frames just aren't working out. But anyway, that's okay. He said, let's go, mofos. Well, shit, mine has 5. Oh, that's right. Yours does, because you don't have an actual trike. You have a shit. I don't know if I want to tell everybody what you've got, John, because, well, it's kind of cool. It's actually really cool, to be honest with you. Oh, shit. Anyway, so if we can find 3 builders that he said for 2020, for 2024, dude, that's like a year and a half away. I need something for 2023, Sturgis. I've always shared the show to Contreras. Yeah, I know. And Eric doesn't not watch the show because he doesn't like me or he doesn't like the show. Let's face it, he's always in the garage working. And I'll say that about Mr. Contreras. He's either working or he is spending time with his family. That's it. Working or time with his family. So that's the bomb diggity. I can't beat him up for that. But yeah, maybe one day what we'll do is I'll go remote and go to his house at the shop and set his ass down and just force him to do the interview right there in his own shop. I might even reach out to him to set that one up. Dude, I'm in on a fixed income. Sponsor me and I'm in. Dude, if I can't sponsor you and me both. I'm already sponsoring a shop here in Texas. He said, "What's up, Grandpa?" Oh man, I normally get offended by that, but that makes me so freaking happy. For those that didn't see, which I know all you people saw already, but I'm gonna show you again, just for those that didn't see. Ta-da! Little baby Sockwell. That's right. If you can't tell, it's right there. That's little baby Sockwell. Little tiny thing, but you know what? We already love the baby. We don't even know who the baby is, boy or girl yet, but you know what? We love the baby already. So that's what I'm saying. But anyway, guys, I would like to get a couple of people. I may be in on a trike. What do you mean you may be? Kevin, you just need to get in a build off. Just commit and make it happen. Jeremy said, Pappy Kevin. All right, people, let me let you people in on something real quick. For any of you guys that ever watched Speed Racer, Pops was Pops. That's who he was. I am not going to be Grandpa. I'm going to be Pops. That's Devin's friends grew up calling me Pops, so it stuck, and that's what I'm going to be to the grandbaby. I'm Pops. Don't peer pressure me, Grandpa. I'm just going to take those because I love it. 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 Don't pressure me, Grandpa. That way that's what I call my dad. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's what I call him. I mean, that's what I've always called him. But anyway, I would like to get a build off going for Sturgis. Like I told you guys, I want to get sponsors this year for a prize, not just, one of the metal placards that we got. I want to do, try to get some money involved into it. No entry fee. I just want to get 3 builders. And I do like the idea of doing a trike. We can call the show 3-Way the Hard Way, whatever you want to do. Right on, Mr. Orlando. I'll start calling you Pops. What's up, Pops? I have to call you Pops number 1. I'll be Pops number 2. But anyway, so with all that being said, like I said, we're trying to get everybody to Sturgis this year. Make it happen. I haven't been to Sturgis in 2 years, and God, I'm really, really wanting to get back to Sturgis. I'm not going to twist arms, and I'm not going to beg people. People know who I want to go and who I want to see. If we put it out there, we put it out there. If you can't do it, you can't do it. I'm going to go. I'm planning for it. Got a group of people that were planning to get together. Did he just say three-way the hard way? Yes, I did, Kevin. I said three-way the hard way. Uh, anyway, just you love it. You know you love it. Uh, but like I said, do a show in Sturgis. Not sure where it would be held at. We are going to have to find a location to put it at. But we'll work all those little details out. I'll tell you that much. He said sounded gay. No, it didn't. Wait till you have 14. Christmas is a bit. You have 14 grandkids? He said V twin trike or unlimited build. We need to secure a place to stay for Sturgis very soon. Yes, 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 sir, we do. We need to make a group text, Uncle Bruno. I ask for everybody's cell phone numbers in that group and ask who is attending. And if they don't answer, say by February 1st, well, then they're out. That's all I can say, Uncle Bruno, because waiting on people to get with you and commit, and that's it. And one great grandkid. Jesus Christ, Pat Price, how old are you? You've already got great grandkids? I thought you was younger than I was. Unless you started early. I'm in on Sturgis. I know you are, Kevin. I'm in on Sturgis. Shy South is in on Sturgis. Unfortunately, the mullet will not be in Sturgis. This shit's going away next week. I'm just telling y'all. It's getting cut off. Shit's getting too long. I look girly. Plus, I don't know. It's just got to go away. This shit's just got to go away. It's getting long. It needs to go away. But anyway, I might come back, just shave my whole head next week. I might be bald next week. 71? Jesus Christ. I didn't know you were 71, Pat. Good job, brother. But anyway, back to the Sturgis, back to the build-offs. I want to get back into doing the biker build-off. I want to get some sponsors for the show. I want to make this thing where it's actually lucrative to get involved in. You may not get 50, 100 grand, but I will be looking for monetary sponsors for that show. A three-way build-off. You ain't got much to shave. Looky here, sunshine. You and I in the same damn boat. What would it cost to be a sponsor? I don't know. I'm literally thinking about starting up maybe a GoFundMe, a Kickstarter, or a PayPal or something to have people donate money to that one show. And who knows how much money it'll be. I mean, it could build all year long. But I will say this, everybody that does donate money is going to get huge hella shout outs throughout the whole year, because every time they donate some money, I will be letting everybody know they're donating that money. But anyway, guys, I don't have much more to talk about tonight other than I'm going to be a grandpa, which y'all know that. I've showed y'all the pictures. Speaking of him, there he is. Anyway, so you guys go have a good night. Share the show. Go to YouTube and go to the Grind Biker Build Off on YouTube. Hit the little bell, get the notifications, follow it, subscribe to the page, do all that, because eventually one day we're going to have to move over there. But anyway, you guys go have a kick-ass night, and we will